What's good, everybody? We back with a banger. We're doing a little bit different style of video. The last video did pretty well, so we're gonna stay in these kind of unscripted formats, see if you guys like it. This video is really just about why I decided to pursue this career. There's so many different careers in the world. I mean, who doesn't want to be a secret agent, or who doesn't want to sell, I don't know, jet plane? Who doesn't want to sell private jets, or but once you get in your life and you start getting responsibilities, you start realizing the complexities of learning different skills and learning different things and what it takes to make money. You start realizing things are they're crazy out there, right? And being an adult, it's really hard to decide where you want to pursue your life and focus your life towards, right? And originally, I wanted to get into medicine. I thought medicine was going to be good for me. Medicine was not the thing for me. I'll let you guys know I am in IT. I'm working in cybersecurity right now, so explain kind of what led me to get in there, right? And so medicine wasn't for me. I wanted to, I did okay in high school. College, I did terrible. I ended up losing my scholarship, dropped out, college dropout, right? Ended up doing valet, door-to-door sales. And then I thought I had made it when I got a FedEx driver job. And yeah, man, I got really injured really badly in FedEx 2 times. Normally I show everybody my scar, but I got a scar from my surgery. Doctor was like, yeah, dude, you can never do a manual labor job ever again. You can never do something where you're lifting and your strenuous activity. You need to do something that's more with your brain, right? So I was pretty lost, and throughout my life I had thought I had wasted all of my opportunities, right? So I've always been into video games. I've always, understood, I guess, I understood what megabytes per second, right? Some people might not know what that means. So I understood about stuff like that. I understand about hard drive. I understood about RAM and the RAM was what was used at the time. It wasn't stored information like on a hard drive, and different things I knew, right? But for the most part, I was extremely green, and we didn't even have a computer growing up, going through high school. We had a crappy, what was it? I think it was a Chromebook when I got into college, and then ended up dropping out. That Chromebook didn't last very long at all, and so I was just always using my phone for everything. I didn't have a printer in my house all throughout high school. I was not a computer guy. I play Xbox, right? So that's how I knew about technology and techie stuff, was just playing Xbox, played a little bit of computer games whenever I could get on my dad's, nice computer when I would visit him. But for the most part, I was just an Xbox guy who was 26 years old. Life was pretty messed up, and I needed to find somewhere to go because I was injured. My girlfriend was actually living with me with my mom, right? And I'm 26 years old. My girlfriend is finishing college, right? I met her when she was doing college, and so she's doing her last semester. She ended up moving in with me and my mom, and she's living in my room. And yeah, I'm injured. I'm an injured FedEx guy. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with my life. So was doing some research. My friend, got into IT through Course Careers, and he did that like a year before I got injured. So he's like, oh, bro, you still want to be a FedEx driver? I was like, dude, leave me alone with this doing some course, and I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I'm gonna just keep doing what I'm doing. But eventually, when I was injured, that started seeming more enticing. Like, okay, let me see what he was talking about with IT. And yeah, I ended up taking the course that he took, and really just was deciding that, okay, if I can develop a skill, build a skill, right, I can take that with me throughout my life. And if it's a skill that pays well and I continue to develop that, that's something that nobody can take away from me. And I would be okay as a man in society, able to take care of himself and hopefully a future family. But it was all about learning that skill, figuring that skill out, and hopefully monetizing that skill, right? I did not think that anyone was going to pay me to be an IT guy. And so I just started learning through the free methods, right? Trying to do Professor Messer's, watching his A+ videos and stuff. After a while, I really didn't have any structure, and I realized, like, dude, how am I going to pass this CompTIA A+? That's what I kept hearing. Then I found out that it was going to take a lot of more structured studying, which was going to cost money to structured study, and then I was going to have to pay for these two tests. Hope I got these tests, and then it was going to be like this whole process. So that's why I eventually did did the program, IT course careers program, and was able to expedite that whole process, build my tech portfolio. I've got videos all about it. We don't really got to go into that, but that program, completely saved my life. But it really showed me like why IT was so good for me, and um, why I wanted to continue to study it and to learn it and to build myself into an IT professional. And the thing about IT is it comes off as really complex when you first start learning like about binary and stuff like that. But eventually when you get into the mix, it's really not that hard, right? And the way that I'm not a coder, I'm not trying to code. I'm trying to be someone that uses software and uses programs that have already been coded, right? Maybe and find issues with those software. I do a lot of different things, right? But that's part of it. So I'm not trying to code. And the amazing thing is if someone made good software, it's really easy to support, right? It's really easy to work on. And eventually, I don't want to be support. I want to move into like the SOC and stuff. I work as a remote monitoring and management specialist engineer, and I'm being cross trained right now in Rocket Cyber, which is like a managed SOC platform. It's pretty much like you have your own SOC off-sourced, right? And that's the software that I support, as well as Datto EDR and Datto RMM, and it's crazy all the different softwares that I'm cross trained and have to support and have to be fluent on, and speaking with people that are way further in their IT career than me, dealing with because I'm supporting MSPs. That's what our products use. And so I'm the president of the MSP will call in, the head of the IT department or the cybersecurity president will call in, and I'm having to make sure I conduct myself professionally, but also like know what I'm talking about. And a lot of this field is just really learning on the go and kind of learning by fire. But in order to get yourself that opportunity to go learn by fire, you kind of have to prove that you're capable of succeeding in this field. And it to me, it really just didn't seem that hard. Like the way that I had got led through my program that I had taken, and that my friend that had already gotten an IT job, it was really simple. It was just like, get yourself an IT certification, build a tech portfolio, and then tailor your resume with ChatGPT and I can go into resume tailoring, but essentially tailor your resume to look IT related. Even if you haven't had an IT job, you can really spin any of your old jobs into IT skills and stuff like that. And then having a cover letter, and then just going crazy with the applications, right? I kind of gamified it, and I realized like it was just step by step by step. Didn't take things personally. I started going crazy, and I started seeing success. I've only been in IT for a year and a half now, and I made this channel just because I had a lot of people wanting to know like kind of what I did, the pathway that I had taken. I was so tired of like just telling everybody the same thing over and over. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start making content, putting it out there so they can actually watch it and they can use it to be benefited on their own journey. It's crazy. I made the name Big Bro Tech because I have little brothers that I don't live in the state of, and I want them to, I already have one little brother that's trying to follow this path. So I put this out there for you guys, and and for my home family, right? Just to have that person that you can listen to that's going through this trial by fire into the IT field, completely a college dropout, not a super techie guy. Never really owned I didn't even know that Control C was copy and Control V was how to paste. Like I was just really green, guys. Like, and I'm becoming extremely technical, working with these different software and triaging these problems, right? Sometimes I'm dealing on the phone, sometimes I'm dealing with them over chats, sometimes I'm dealing with them over email. So it's just these different mediums that I'm troubleshooting problems, I'm fixing problems, I'm reading documentation, I'm speaking with higher ups, L2s going to different teams. Sometimes I'm hitting people up on teams. So but it's super rewarding because it's the most money that I've ever made, um, ever, right? And the job that I was working at before this was IT at Disney. It was a contractor position. I got a video about that too. You guys can check it out. I was only making $20 an hour there, but I was making more there than I was making at FedEx, right? Got a 5-figure raise from that $20 an hour to where I'm at now, and really just grinding, really just trying to, you know, build myself a skill that I can take with me and I can monetize that skill, right? I can be an IT guy in Japan. I can be an IT guy in wherever in Korea. I don't know. You could be an IT guy anywhere because, other than the language that switches, it's really the same processes. I mean, I'm supporting people in all over the world, and we're using Translate to translate our stuff, and we're using the same software. So I already know that I have these skills, right, that can go and I can take with me and be agile in my working life, right? But I can also be agile in my personal life because having these skills allows me to be able to move places with my family and build a family, and it's just something. I'm very blessed to have stumbled upon IT because I never thought that I would ever be in here. I thought I was going to be like a plastic surgeon, and then I didn't know what. I thought I was going to end up owning a nightclub. That's what I wanted to do, and I was just, dreams, right? Dreams. But eventually, I focused down at 26 years old. I was able to, in 1 month, I was able to, 4 weeks and a half of a week. So, right, 4.5 weeks, I was able to do a program, apply for like 300 plus jobs, and then get that offer at Disney for that IT contractor position. Once I got that, I was my foot in the door, and I'm just trying to scale up and go crazy, right? And also provide content to help you guys and to help you guys on your journey because it's really important that you guys know it's possible. And I actually wanted to go over a couple comments that I'm getting on my different platforms, right? I'm on TikTok, I'm on YouTube, I'm on IG, and people leave some crazy comments. Thought it'd be kind of fun to go over these comments because I'm super transparent. So don't think I don't see. If you guys leave some crazy comments, try to not put anything too crazy on here, but just my reaction to when I put that out there. I want to see what you guys have to say. So this is pretty funny. The first one is by Bull Shiva. AI is coming for you, young blood. So just want to let you guys know, AI is not coming anywhere near taking my job. The AI that's actually developing to help me in my job is so bad right now, and it is so expensive to develop this software. Um, it would really help me actually to have some AI because I get a lot of questions that are like really easy and really repetitive, and they can easily be, not necessarily easily, but they can be answered in our documentation, and I shouldn't have to respond to the same question all the time. It'd be really nice to have certain things automated so I can just that can already get filtered out, and I don't have to support things that shouldn't waste my time, right? So honestly, AI is going to help me in my position, and also as I grow, because AI, you need people to harness that technology. You just can't have, it's not strong enough yet, right, to just be a complete entity by itself that can react to these crazy challenges that you see in real time, right? AI is not there yet, and when it is there, we're gonna be we're not gonna be around. People say, my man Dirty D 75 cents says, nah, he works at a call center. You guys see my videos, you guys see my shorts. People think I work at a call center. I've seen people say I work in a library. I don't. I do work in an environment. We all have 3 screens and we all take phone calls and we take chats and all sorts of stuff, but it's not like a call center where I'm just taking call after call after call after call. It's more of it's really a lot of tech. It's tech support, right? But it's deep tech support because we're using really, really robust software that's like, you have to, like, it took me like 6 months to really understand like 70% of the main product that I support. And then I'm supporting other products that I'm just not even truly a specialist in, but I'm going to be. But it just shows you how much knowledge is needed in order to do these do my job. And the fact that I take calls, if you want to call it a call center, you can call it a call center, you can call whatever you want, but it's not your traditional like taking calls all day. It's really working problems and then calling when you have an answer, or to kind of at least understand the problem before you provide an answer, right? My man Sub said, dude's working in IT and suddenly specializes in cybersecurity. Yeah, guys, it's actually my job, right? But I'm not really specialized. I'm learning, right? And I'm cross trained. That's part of my position, is to be a specialist in, RMM, in our RMM software, but as well as be a specialist in the AV software that we provide with our EDR software. You can think of, our software is, it's not necessarily the SOC, right? But it's like a scene. And it's like provides a platform that allows you to really see all the threats that you're experiencing, provides a platform to deploy our antivirus, right? And this stuff is super complex and it integrates with different software. If you guys are working in IT or you're going to get into IT, just know that the term integration is not fun. Dealing with those is really complex software, like merging together, trying to get that to work, right? So yeah, I do work in cybersecurity, maybe not in the traditional SOC, right? Security Operations Center, where I'm actively responding to these threats, but I'm taking tickets about threats that are coming up and issues with a managed SOC software, where I can do a lot, right? But then eventually when they're like, why am I getting this ransomware, or where did it come from? It's like, there's a scope of support that I have. I am working in cybersecurity, but I'm not the guy in SOC. So, I'll keep completely transparent, but let you guys know in 1.5 years, you can be, working with cybersecurity. I'm at the bottom right now, but we're making great money for being at the bottom. Can't disclose my salary, but just know between say 50 and 70K, and I can say right in between that. And yeah, no. So I do specialize in cybersecurity. I am a Datto EDR specialist. My man Unknown Tutor said rat race. Yeah, man, no, I live in the rat race, definitely. Every day I am grinding. I was 26 years old. I'm 27 right now, guys. Hope that wasn't too loud. I'm 27 right now, guys. 27 and a half, maybe a little bit older than a half. I'll be 28 in June, right? So I moved out when I was 26. Yeah. So I'm really like early in my IT career, and really early in this big pivot I did in my life, because I was really messing up and not making right decisions, and luckily I was able to put that all in the past, and really change it around. Now I live in a really nice downtown apartment here in Orlando with my girlfriend. I've got my dream car, Infiniti Q50 Red Sport all-wheel drive. And be able to take vacations. Things are great. And so if that's the rat race, I have no problem with being in the rat race. That's okay with me. My man Mecca said he applied 300 plus applications to get a job like this. It's truly madness and dozens of interview rejection. Be prepared for disappointment to find redemption is the way to go. I don't know. Maybe I read that wrong, but the justice, he applied for 300. I had to apply for 300 plus applications to get this kind of job. It's truly madness, that I had to go through interview rejections. That's life, guys. Right now it's not easy, but I try to tell people that, like, don't complain about things you can't control. You can't control the way that the job application process, the job interview process is. You can't control that. We're moving more towards an online, application process, where it's really just about chugging as many applications as you can, which just means that these recruiters are getting so many applications. I work right next to the recruiting department for my company, so I hear a lot of what they talk about, and it's unfortunate that it's like that, and you can't just walk in and hand your resume in and speak with a manager the same day. But it's like, if you know the battlefield, and the battlefield is not, the battlefield, right? There's machine guns out there. Okay, we're gonna take cover. We're not gonna walk in line formations anymore. So the battlefield is applying for 300 plus applications. I tell everybody, you need to apply for 300 to 900 applications per month. That's 10 to 30 applications a day if you are in the job market, right? If you're searching, and that just is going to improve your numbers. Out of those 300 to 900, you're gonna get a handful of interviews, and out of those handful of interviews, you're going to have one that works for you. So it's tough, but it's worth it, because you're going to be able to change your life and not live in your mom's house like I did at 26. And if you're living at your mom's house at 36 or whatever, don't even feel bad. Everybody has their own journey. you know, it was just something that I really had to do. It provided me a lot of fuel. Like I really knew where I needed to get. I needed to get on an even playing field with everyone else. Sometimes, you know, comparison is the thief of joy, but also sometimes comparison will get your ass going. So, you know, it worked for me. So we're over here with D. Don't bother. I've read it. Super saturated. There's too many people with better portfolios vying for these kind of jobs. They're not going to hire you just off some certificate. Yeah, guys, just don't even bother. Just don't even apply. Like, who cares, right? Just become homeless. Like that's not how we're going to think, right? Um, and no shame to D. Not trying to put anybody on blast, but it's like if you guys are going to comment, then I might, you know, I might talk about your comment. But yeah, you got to go out there with a good portfolio and you got to put in as much work as you can. Like I became obsessed for 4 weeks. And people would say, "Oh my gosh, you know, he's lying. Oh my gosh, whatever. He didn't do that in 4 weeks. I couldn't do this in 6 months." And but you guys got to understand, this was 4 weeks of really back against the wall, really true depression, really like, dude, like I'm gonna go jump off the Empire State Building, or that's how bad I was feeling. It was like, oh, forget that. Let me just go as hard as I can and not even care, man. So let me just go get as many books as I can and just study for 8-9 hours a day for a month straight. I became obsessed. That's how I was able to get into that first contractor job. That's how I was able to handle myself in a technical interview. Like I was not a technical guy, but I became so obsessed. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, you know, there's people out there that are going to be vying for these jobs. But yeah, off of a certificate, and you build a tech portfolio, and you go out there and you kill that technical interview, you're going to get a job. The method that I did worked, right? You just have to become obsessed and really, really put in the effort. I would literally unalive myself. I hate sitting still. I hate technology. I hate working alone. I hate office setting. It seems so depressing. I hate. Yeah, you know, I was in this mindset, right? I was in this really bad mindset at one point. And you know, and that comes from depression. But you know, you have to be I don't know if the word agile works, but you know, you have to be fluid. You have to be able to maneuver and bend and not break. And I think that if this is not your field, right, technology, working alone, sitting still, you need to be able to find something that is your field. And just kind of complaining isn't going to do nothing for you. That's kind of the way I look at that. I love he says life is good in the video. He looks tired. Yeah, guys, I wake up in the morning. I get to work at 8. I'm tired. I don't think anything's gonna stop that. Never been a morning guy, so yeah, I film my videos in the morning. Like try to do it before my shift starts. That way, my managers can't say nothing because I put up great numbers. I'm closing these cases, but you know, I don't want people to be in the background, loud noise. So yeah, I film it right when I get to work before I had any coffee. Um, it's not that easy. Don't fall for this. Some people get lucky, but I work with a lot of people who struggle to find IT jobs. All I read was I work with people who struggled. I don't even know what that means. Like, so does that mean you work in IT? I don't know. A bunch of people liked it. No, it's not. It's not easy, right? But it's way easier than trying to go make 100K do it in a sales job. It's way easier than trying to go to law school or try to go to school. Like, no, this is like, you know, you can really get it out the mud in a couple months, in a month or two, and build up all that knowledge that you need, and you can really monetize that and get a job. You know what I'm saying? I know this content creator who literally creates. He's a YouTuber, but he just wanted to make sure he had like solid income, benefits, and stuff. And yeah, he went and was able to do it. You know, real quick. Dude has face tattoos and everything. So he got a. It was a completely remote job too. So I think his name was Lord Heck Squad. I don't know. Cool dude. But yeah, no. You know, it's not gonna be easy if you're gonna complain and you're not. And I know I have friends that I really want to help. It's like I'm not gonna force you to do these things. It's like you gotta want and come and be like, man, give me this info. Like, you know, begging for this info. You don't gotta beg for it, but you know, you gotta be really wanting it, and I'll provide that information because. But I feel like if you know, if if you don't want to learn and you want to complain, you can do it. No problem. Cons, you have to work in IT. That wasn't nice. I love working in IT. I actually love like solving problems. It's like the most dopamine that I kind of get more than like when I get like nice paychecks, which nice paychecks are just like you know what you're getting with nice paychecks. But I kind of like love getting like good surveys, and I love like when I'm on a case, working a case, and it's like super duper hard, and I finally find the answer. I find the answer in the documentation. I do some toggle. I do something to figure it out, man. Things start working. Like you don't understand how good that feels, especially if the person was rude to you and you were able to solve the problem. Like I can almost pull that feeling right now. Like, God, solving problems in IT feels so good. It's just the most rewarding feeling. My man said, don't tell them about IT. Sorry, man. Like, my caseload's getting hard. So I need some more people out here. But no, I got to help you guys out. That's what I do. It's literally big bro tech. And then last one, selling a course for 500. There's no course that can get someone an interview for a job. It's crazy because like the UCF course that's over by me, college that my girl went to school at, it's like 10 to 15,000 for their IT cybersecurity program. A lot of these boot camps, you know, it could be $4,000 to $5,000 really to get these skills to like actually build like a portfolio and have these communities and stuff. So and with the discount link that I provide, you get $50 off, right? So you can either do the payment plan or the one-time payment. But I mean, it's only $450. You know, it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. Honestly, I'm not sure why they don't charge you like $1,000. I would have paid $1,000. I would have paid. Let me not even say that because I don't want them to increase the price. But like, it was really, really worth it, and I'm so glad I didn't go to school. And so yeah, any event, that's all of the comments I wanted to go over. A little bit of a different type of video. We'll see if I do this type of video again, depending on the likes and the comments and the views, I guess. But just kind of want to be more transparent with you guys. Just kind of chill, lay back, really drop the game. We did this like in no takes or cuts. I might have a couple in there, but for the most part, we rocked through this. So I definitely appreciate you guys. If you guys got to the end, you guys are listening to me talk, drop that knowledge. It means the world to me. Like, subscribe, check out the link to take that Course Careers program. Always going to tell you guys about it just because it worked for me and worked for people I know, and you don't have to do it if you don't want to. Completely ignore me, but if you want to give it a shot, I'd recommend it because it could save your life like it did mine. But I've got to go make some dinner with the girlfriend. So in any event, peace out, everybody. Like, subscribe, YouTube, as well as TikTok. Keep learning. Actually, what was it? How do I forget my own catchphrase? See, this is what happens when we do no cuts. It's the more learning, the more earning. Peace out, everybody.